Hey guys, how you doing? DJ AJ 101 here with a riveting and exciting video on a follow-up unboxing that I did. Yes, it was an unboxing of these, the Mac Pro Memory Upgrade memory sticks. I'm going to be upgrading to 24 gigs of DDR3 Mac Pro memory. I have an early 2010, or I think it was a mid-2010 Mac Pro. The newest one that's come out, they haven't refreshed it yet here in 2011, so it's the newest one, 8 cores, 2.4 gigahertz. Came with the stock install of 6 gigs of memory, and I'm going to be upgrading it today from memory from OWCs you saw here to 24 gigs of RAM, a huge substantial jump. Hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more multitasking now. I was getting pretty slammed when I was running Windows and virtualization, as well as all the other applications like Safari and iTunes and Final Cut as well that I run. The memory was just getting slammed. I saw it to a point where I think I only had like 32 megabytes of memory free. So hopefully this will be a nice substantial upgrade. I'm going to share it with you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I will be happy to answer them. But anyways, let's get on with the upgrade, shall we? Here we go. Mac Pro memory upgrade coming up right now. So as you guys can see, I powered down the Mac Pro. It's all powered off. We're just about ready to go into the insides here, so what I'm going to do is unlock the latch, which is in the back here, which I'm sure you've seen on plenty of prior Mac Pro videos, and of course in my own. Lift up the latch, slide off the cover, pop it out. Then of course we get right down in here inside the Mac Pro. As you guys can see, here is the RAM tray, right down here, the processor and the RAM tray. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip out these two little latches right here, which I showed you guys in my in-depth tour. Slide them out like so, away from each other. And the tray will just slide right out. So you take it with both hands very carefully and slide it right out of the Mac Pro itself. Of course, as you can see, here's the RAM tray itself. We of course have RAM slots on this side and on the back side right here. They're both the exact same. Each one has 4 slots, of course 4 for each CPU that is on the board. We're of course going to start with this one right here in the bottom right side. So I'm just going to rearrange it and we'll get down to taking out this memory. And so now we'll very carefully take out each RAM stick. And of course here it is. As you guys can see, it's just basically standard Mac Pro memory. It's a very weird brand name, Hynix brand. Anyways, these are 1 gigabyte sticks. I'm upgrading from, of course, 6 to 24. So it'll hopefully be quite a big difference in an upgrade. Pop out the next one. That one in there. And of course pop out the last one. And put that one in there. And now we'll get the new memory set and ready to pop in. So as you guys remember from my unboxing, here's the memory sticks. They came in that nice little black container. I said that I was, all wowed over. But here you go. That's exactly what they look like. I apologize that the camera angle's off. I'm trying to do this kind of backwards. But anyways, these are the memory sticks we're going to put in. We're going to put 3 right back in the existing slots right here. So we're going to pull one out. And the one thing you got to remember, what you got to line up is you got to line up that little pin right there. If you can see it in the memory, you got to line it up with the pin on the board here. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of seat it right into that slot. So as you guys can see, that pin right there aligns exactly upright with the hole. We're just going to kind of push it down. Then we're just going to give it some force. And pop it right into place. We're going to do that with the existing memory chips right here. Seat it. So it's nice and lined up. Push it down. So it pops right into place. As you guys can see, the memory is nice and even, so you know it's being seated in here right. And actually what I'll do is I'll zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can get a nice close-up of this last memory chip, since it's right here in the front of how I'm putting these in here. Of course, we're going to take the memory chip and we're just going to slide it right into those 2 tabs. Right in the front there. Just kind of level them down until we get to nice and level at the bottom. And just give it some nice force, and it'll snap right into place, just like so. Let's do the other side. And of course, here is the back side of that little daughter board that was in the Mac Pro that houses the CPUs and the memory. And we're just going to pop out this. Of course, this is the second tier of the original memory that's on the Mac Pro board here. And there's 3 sticks right here that are the originals, so we're just going to pop these out. Just like so. Line up the new memory sticks, not making sure not to touch the gold plates. If it'll focus, please. Thank you. Making sure not to touch these gold plates right here at the bottom. Don't want to corrode them over time. So we're just going to seat them right in, just like we were doing before. Same thing with this guy. And also, don't be afraid to give some force to these guys. I'm giving these quite a bit of force so that they snap into place. Just gotta make sure not to torque them. So they just take a little bit of force getting snapped into the board. Like I said, I've never actually done memory upgrades, so the ones that have been in here, you know, throughout the whole time I've owned this Mac for about 1.5 years have always been there, so it's usually going to take a little bit to kind of torque them in there and just seat them into place. So there we go. So anyways, as you guys can see, we have no memory sticks left, so they're all seated into the board here. Of course, 3 per side, 4 GB memory sticks, so that equals up to 24 gigs of RAM with 3 per side. And of course, here we have the old memory sitting in the anti-static plastic, which I will be sure to reseat back in here. But anyways, let's pop this guy into the Mac Pro. And of course, we're all ready to reinsert the board with all the new memory in place on the board, so we're just going to slide it back into the Mac Pro on its little riser spot here, so it just slides right in. Just going to give it a nice solid push so it connects firmly to the back. As we can see, that firmly connected in there because all the both these pins are very, very flush with the aluminum. And of course, all that's needed to be done yet is throw the Mac Pro cover back on the side of the Mac Pro. Close the latch, and we're all set to boot it up. Let's do it. And of course, it's booting up. Let's check the desktop to make sure we have all our RAM installed correctly. And of course, before I could even pop up ScreenFlow, this is what it said when it first booted up. It said, memory slot utility. The memory modules are installed in the recommended slots, so that's a very good sign. And I'll fire up ScreenFlow so we can check the memory in About This Mac section. Hopefully a little bit better quality than pointing a camera at the screen. Be right back. Okay, here we are at our desktop. As you guys can see, we're actually going to go and we're going to check the memory right now that I just installed inside the Mac Pro. Let's do it. We go up here, of course, to the Apple logo. We go to About This Mac. And of course, as you guys can see, memory, 24 gigabytes of 1066 megahertz DDR3. And we can also check the more info about this Mac. Go to memory. And as you guys can see, it says 24 gigabytes installed. Your Mac contains 8 memory slots. Each will accept 1066 megahertz DDR3 ECC memory modules. And of course, it says 6 are used and 2 are available. And of course, it equals up to 24 gigabytes of memory. So it was indeed successful. That looks great. I'm happy to see it. We'll see how the memory performs. I'll let you guys know in a future video. Hopefully it's working great. Looks like it's working great so far. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this upgrade video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you, like I said in the beginning, do you have any questions, please feel free to ask below. I'll be happy to answer them about my upgrading experiences, about my experiences with the new memory from OWC or MacSales.com. I'll leave a link in the description where I got the memory in case you guys are maybe interested in buying some of your own for your own Mac Pro or MacBook Pro or Mac Mini or iMac or anything Macintoshy. They definitely support as far as the memory is concerned. So If you guys want to check them out, feel free. Link is in the description below. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Rate, comment, subscribe if you would like. Greatly appreciated. It helps me out. I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, guys, you have a good one. All right?